Good morning, everyone. My name is Siddhant Sachdev, and I'm a rising junior at Cornell. I'm here on behalf of tGELF to welcome you all as new members of the Leaders Forum.
Good morning. Well, very big welcome to our next edition of Life, that's Life 2015. And I was just mentioning to somebody that yesterday when I came into this hall to prepare for today, it was very quiet and it didn't really excite me. But seeing you all today and hearing the buzz, I think I also feel energized. And there's so much of activity around. I don't want to take too much time because we have many people to share with you many thoughts, but I wanted to tell you all one thing and make you all aware that Life 2015 or any Life conference is not just for the sake of having a conference. It has a very definite goal and purpose, and that is the hope that Shiv and I and others have, that in you we see a good future for the country and for the world. And that is why you are together here to be the change, to bring about the change, to think about how you will bring about the change.
And the idea that I want to share with all of you is that what distinguishes us from every other group of young people who are proactive and want to make a big difference. And I mean, I think all of us are at that point where we want to use the potential.
Doing the project then, and then in or is it just a learning process?
And the journey over tGELF fellows for all of you.
I'd like to announce our first project, which is a partnership with Global Poverty Project on some very interesting initiatives.
A small group of us came together 7 years ago, and we developed and hashed out these conversations, and we were trying to answer the question, what does it take to end extreme poverty? And through the years we've narrowed down the answer that the call to action is that the only way that the world can see end extreme poverty is if we all have the attitudes and behaviours of global citizens. And that's why it's been very exciting meeting Shiv and the tGELF members, that I believe this is exactly the same values and that you also all subscribe to as well.
I'd like to thank Wei very much for joining us. He's going to be here with us for the next 3 days, so more time to interact. Thank you.
Space. Stop where you are. Stop. Close your eyes. It's like. There you are. Close your eyes. Observe. Breathe. Whenever your knees get tired, just go back to We'd like to have some volunteers from the audience who can compete with Andrew. And what we're going to be competing in
is a game show, and the game show is called Unfamy. So you know about the phrase, if someone is famous. This is a game show about people who are unfamous. It's people who perhaps should be more famous than they are. Perhaps we should know more about them than we do. Don't know how this person did this, but they wrote a novel, 50,000 words long, did not use the letter E, and this person's name, I'm saying, was Ernest Vincent Wright. If you believe that's true, stay standing. If you think that's false, sit down. Okay.
I wasn't even tall enough to go most of the rides in amusement parks. That said, I'm truly honored to speak to you.
Squatted and they followed the materials. When my dad was
was actually the last speaker. You know, I grew up on James Bond.
I blanked out for a second.
I am talking about 5 C's today. 5C, which are my own learning. And perhaps these are some of those ingredients which are required for the constructive leadership. Today we are talking about a leadership which is seeing global challenges, challenging those evils and wrongs, and repairing them, changing them to make the world a better place.
This morning has been inspirational because it has been about inspiration, action, and ideas. And so I'm now going to change the course and avoid inspiration, and avoid action, and just talk about ideas.
I mean, I don't think I can use the word objectively, but where would you draw that?
Psychologically, I think that's what it's bring that to people workers. It's cultural. They say it's wrong.
we asked this question about how do we make lifelong learners? And I think the other piece to it is that we also needed to reach kids in the space that they value the most, which is where they're spending their free time. And so when we looked at what kids were spending their free time on, one of the big things was video games. You know, the number of hours that video games are played per day. In our context, it's on the average 7 hours. And sometimes that's because they're playing multiple devices at a time. It's crazy, it's a lot of time.
Let's just look at the brain in terms of its evolution. So we evolved millions and millions of years, and basically we have 3 different brains inside us. So the very first one, which you can see in red in the middle, is your reptilian brain, your lizard brain we call it. And that really is just that which controls your heart rate, respirations, your very basic survival.
Who here has heard of Khan Academy before? Raise your hands if you have. Oh gosh. Okay. Who has
Several fellows from more than 24 countries have come to the party. There is
by getting to those 4 topics, and maybe there's some cultural differences, but I think we can probably get to those 4.
And admirer that I was, I would join him. And most often,
I've never before met such a
beautiful, selfless woman who has lived through so much and is willing to give so much of herself and share her story with all of you. And so I hope that you all appreciate it, and I'm so grateful that she's come all the way here, and she just is the complete embodiment of human resilience.
Education is actually community as value. Because it's less
It's such a joy to become connected with this organization and with all of you. As you are becoming more and more the leaders of tomorrow, the question that arises, the question that of course we all have to ask ourselves is, where are we leading?
I would like to thank all of you for having joined us, for all the young people. I think all of us working at tGELF, our hope for the future is you young people. You know, our planet is in desperate need of change. Delhi is the most polluted city in the world, and that's the air we are breathing. It's you young people who have to change that and give a better life to your children and to your grandchildren. I'd also like to thank all our guests who have come from all over the world and all over the country to join us and to support us in this endeavor. And I hope you all have safe travels and reach your homes with a happier person than what you arrived here.
tGELF, leading the change.